All right, let's talk about one of the biggest, most successful anime movie franchises out there, Detective Conan. We're talking about a universe packed with decades of mystery, incredible action, and some pretty high-stakes drama.
And when I say big, I mean wow. There are over 28 movies, and that number just keeps growing. For more than 25 years, a new one has hit theaters and become a massive hit. It's a truly incredible legacy. But, it also makes you wonder.
Exactly. This is the #1 question on everyone's mind. When you're staring at a list this long, it can feel kind of overwhelming, right? Well, don't worry. That's exactly what we're going to figure out today.
Okay, so let's get into it. We are going to break down the best ways to jump into the Detective Conan films so you can find the absolute perfect first case for you. There are a few different ways you could go about this. You could go old school and just start from the very first movie back in 1997. Or, hey, maybe you just want to see the biggest blockbusters. That's a great way to do it. You could also just pick a movie because your favorite character is front and center, like Kaito Kid. And honestly, all of those are totally valid ways to enjoy the series.
But if you want a little guidance, a perfect entry point that's been handpicked, we've got you covered. We've gone through the whole catalog and found 3 movies that we think perfectly capture what makes this series so special. These are our top picks to get you started.
Let's dive into the recommendations. Each one of these films really shines in its own way. We've got one for romance, one for action, and one for pure classic mystery. It's a perfect taste of everything the series has to offer.
First up is movie number 4, Captured in Her Eyes. Seriously, if you want to understand the heart of Detective Conan, this is the one. It is the quintessential Conan story, mixing a really gripping crime thriller with some incredibly powerful emotion.
So get this, Ran, Conan's best friend, sees a crime happen, and the shock is so intense that she gets amnesia. She forgets everything, including who Shinichi or Conan even are. And of course, this makes her the killer's next target. So now Conan has to protect her from an assassin, all while trying to solve the case, and the person he's protecting has no idea who he is. It's personal, it's intense, and it leads to one of the most famous scenes in the whole series.
And, I think this fan quote just says it all. For the relationship between Conan and Ran, this movie is considered both the origin and the peak. It just perfectly captures their entire dynamic and shows you exactly how far he'll go for her.
Okay, moving on to something with a totally different vibe. If you're here for the huge, spectacular, edge-of-your-seat action, then look no further than our second pick, movie number 5, Countdown to Heaven. This thing is an absolute thrill ride.
The setup is pure Hollywood blockbuster. Conan and the detective boys are visiting these brand new twin skyscrapers when bombs start going off. And to make things even crazier, the Black Organization, the guys behind everything, make their first ever movie appearance. The whole thing builds to this absolutely legendary climax. I'm talking about a car escape between the 2 burning skyscrapers. It is just as insane and awesome as it sounds.
I'm not kidding. Even decades later, fans still talk about the end of this movie. It really is one of the most thrilling and exciting climaxes in the entire series. It set a new standard for action in the Conan films, and it's just pure popcorn fun with a huge shot of adrenaline.
And for our last recommendation, we have something really special. The 6th movie, The Phantom of Baker Street, isn't just a fan favorite. A lot of people call it a true masterpiece of storytelling. And for good reason. It's probably the most unique film in the whole franchise.
So the premise here is amazing. Conan and his friends get trapped inside this new virtual reality game, but a rogue AI hijacks it and turns it into a death game. If you lose, you die in the real world. And the setting for this game? 19th century London, where they have to hunt down Jack the Ripper. The script is so incredibly well written and smart, going into some really deep themes you might not expect.
And that's exactly why it's held in such high regard. It's this perfect blend of science fiction, historical mystery, and classic detective work. It's a story that is both incredibly exciting and genuinely thought-provoking. Trust me, it's a film that really sticks with you. So now that you have 3 amazing starting points, let's just quickly put them in context. Seeing how the series has evolved over time will give you a whole new appreciation for the films.
It all kicked off in 1997 with Clockwork Skyscraper, which really set the mold. By 2002, you already had Phantom of Baker Street pushing the limits of what a Conan movie could be. In 2009, The Raven Chaser really brought the main villains, the Black Organization, into the spotlight. Then around 2016, the film started leaning way more into these huge, unbelievable action scenes. And that formula has led to incredible results, with 2023's Black Iron Submarine becoming the first to break the 10 billion yen barrier. The series is always changing, always getting bigger.
So, we've gone over the best ways to get started, and we've taken a quick tour through the franchise's history. Now, the choice is all yours.
So, what'll it be? Are you looking for the emotional romance and suspense of Captured in Her Eyes? The explosive blockbuster action of Countdown to Heaven? Or the brilliant, mind-bending historical mystery of The Phantom of Baker Street? Each one is an absolutely fantastic place to begin your journey.
Ultimately, there's really no wrong answer here. But every detective story has to start with that very first case. The only question left is, which one is going to be yours?